Hey guys, welcome back to Olivia's Blooms. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use some pink flowers in a fall arrangement. So I don't know if you're like me, but as much as I try and plan my flowers for the season that I want to use them in, I mean, we all are busy and it can get really tough making it work exactly like you want. So inevitably I end up with pink pastel-y flowers in the fall, and so I wanted to challenge myself to use them. Now you could certainly, I mean, there is nothing wrong with having pink arrangements all over your house, whatever time of year it is, if that's what you love, but I wanted to see if I could put a fall spin on them. And that's why I'm so thankful that there are these gorgeous grayish mint green pumpkins that I think are just screaming for some pink. Now I found this beauty at our local extension called Blue Ridge Co-op, and they had stunning pumpkins in all different colors, but I saw this gray green and I thought I have to make a pink arrangement out of it. The other thing I would love to try and find someday, which I think these would be beautiful also, a pink arrangement in like a brownish, blackish pumpkin. But I haven't seen any of those. I think those are pretty rare. If I had more growing space, I might even try and grow some myself because I love, love, love pumpkins and gourds. I just think they're so festive and beautiful. But today I've got this beautiful gray-green one. As you can see, I've carved it out, and what I'm going to be using is just a glass bowl that I have. I put flower food in here, and you can see I also put some chicken wire, and I'm just going to nestle that in. And you don't need the chicken wire, but I like the extra structure. I think it helps, and you can see the glass peeking out of the pumpkin, but I think by the end of this you'll just see flowers. You won't see the bowl sticking out. So it's okay that it's a little bit high. So let me show you what flowers we're going to be working with today. So if you've watched my previous videos, you are probably very familiar with these flowers because I've used them and talked about them in other videos, but what I really wanted to challenge myself to use today are these beautiful Zinderella lilacs. Again, not something you'd think of as a fall color. And then I have these Madame Butterfly Cherry Bronze. I mean, how can I not use these? And so these are kind of my two inspiration flowers. And so these are what I'm gonna start with. And similar to the other pumpkin arrangement I made, I'm just going to be cutting these, cutting the stems and then just placing them around in the water. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to try and place these somewhat wide. I'd really like to get a more wide arrangement out of this because this pumpkin is so low and flat. I want it to look proportional to the vessel that it's in. Let's get some height. That one's a little too long. Okay. All right, these colors are really looking nice. Let's see, next I'm gonna add, I have these lovely, lovely roses. I'm so excited to use them. found a couple more of the Zinderella lilacs. These roses have the most lovely fragrance, and I accidentally, when I was trying to take off the thorns, I accidentally cut this short, and then I thought, well, it'll be perfect in something like this. I'll just put it right on the edge. Oh, love that. I've got a couple more that are a little bit more closed, but they'll open up beautifully. I'm loving this already, and let me move this stuff in the background so you can see the arrangement on its own a little bit better. Okay. All right, one more Zinderella lilac. This color palette is stunning. And I have these Zinderella peach too that I think obviously will just match perfectly. I'm gonna put some of those in. The name of the game here really is I'm using a lot of the same flowers instead of a lot of different flowers. I actually think this one needs to be a little shorter. All right, and then for the next touch, I feel like I need to use these Small World Dahlias. Yes, I mean, that is just the perfect little touch. And look at this one I have, it's 3 heads in one. So I'm gonna try and use all 3 of these. Oops. Again, loving that you can use shorter stems in these types of arrangements. It still might even be a little long. Spin this around as I go so you can see. It's good to spin it around too so you can see where you have big gaps, like right here. To fill in some more. Just can't get enough of these fluffy beauties. Now I'm gonna add some of these pink straw flowers. It's a nice little textural element. Looking beautiful. All right, now the last thing I'm gonna add is some filler, and I'm a little torn because I have this beautiful green basil I can use, but I think that might make this a little bit too spring, summer. And I also have some lovely Celosia. I think I need to go with the Celosia. It's just so pretty. And I think it will fill in all those little spots. I also, though, have some purple basil. Ooh, that might be really nice as well. I'm gonna start with the purple basil and then fill in with the Celosia if I need to. So here's my purple basil. I'm just gonna tuck it around the edges. Really make sure I hide that gap where the bowl is. What I'm doing is just tucking it in and then letting it sort of fall underneath the flowers. Like that. I often find myself having to adjust here and there while I'm making these bouquets. That's just part of the process. All right, I've got this last stem, and I think this one's very vertical. I think I'm actually gonna put it up here like this. This pink zinnia over here. Oh, yeah, that's looking lovely. And now, see if I can see any more gaps in here. I think I'm gonna add just a couple stems of this because I still have a few gaps that I'd like to fill in. I think this color will go really nicely. Just add that little extra bit of fall here. there she is all finished. I am loving it. What do you guys think? Is this fall enough? Either way, I'm gonna enjoy this. And let me give you a closer look because the lighting again isn't great. All right, here's the final look at the pumpkin, and I just think the colors with that mint green gray are lovely. And look at that rose. Oh. So I am going to put this in a place where it's gonna get lots of visibility because this was really fun and beautiful and a way to use pink in the fall. I hope you had as much fun making this today as I did, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So beautiful, it almost makes you forget about the messy kitchen in the background. I am here today in my video. I'm obviously here today in my video. That doesn't make sense. I found this beauty at my local flower market. No.